So, understanding that y'all were coaches, y'all were opponents, y'all were trying to beat each other and everything. I know you're an incredibly detail-oriented person, Scott. You've got to have a good story about Mike Brey that kind of depicts what type of person and coach that he is.
Jamie, there's a lot of examples of Coach Bray and how he's really been someone over the years that I've learned a lot from in terms of his demeanor and how he, believes in his kids and the confidence in which he instills in them. And I truly believe this clip should be somewhere in amateur basketball where coaches of all levels can actually see what it's like to lose a very difficult game on the road where you blow a big lead up 17 in the first half, and as frustrated and as upset as you were, to still be able to maintain your poise and composure and show the confidence and belief in one of your players after, unfortunately, you don't get a shot off and the kid's visibly upset, speaks to who Coach Bray is and why his players love to play for him. In this clip at Georgia Tech, Notre Dame last season was probably playing for their tournament life. They were 4-6 in the league, and it was a game that they pretty much controlled throughout it. And as you can see in this last possession here, they have the ball, and Georgia Tech is defending, and Cormac Ryan for Notre Dame gets the ball in a position where, understanding time and score, he's probably going to shoot the ball. And unfortunately, the poor kid doesn't recognize it, and Notre Dame doesn't get a shot off. And there's visible frustration from players, coaches, fans. And at the same time, you watch Coach Bray as the head coach walk over to him, when they finish, kind of congratulating Georgia Tech, and just look at him and slap him in the butt and say it's okay. And I think for all coaches over the years, when you get upset, which I do, I'm just as guilty as anybody, sometimes learning and watching how others deal with a tough loss like this, you can really take from it. And I've been to many high school games, as you have, Jamie, AAU games, and you see coaches get so upset. And, as much as, they're upset with the kid, it becomes a scene. And I think here you see Coach Bray and how professional he is, how it speaks to how these kids want to play for him night in and night out, is because when he doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low, and he maintains his belief and his confidence in his players. And I think this is a great clip that illustrates, what this is all about in terms of, the ups and downs of the game of basketball, and especially with the high stakes that there are at our level or in college at the ACC level, and that a head coach and his staff and his teammates, can continue to keep it together and show that they believe and they have confidence in their guys. And not to say this is going to happen every time, but the game after this, Notre Dame actually went to Duke, and Cormac Ryan, the same kid that was really frustrated and down, the same kid that Coach Bray went over to and slapped, it's okay, I believe in you type thing, message. He actually scored 21 points in the first half at Duke, ended up with a career high 28, and helped Notre Dame win at Duke. So, again, how you handle your players and how you deal with the wins and the losses does matter. And I think this is a great lesson for all coaches to learn from. And that is, as upset as we all are, as competitive as we all are, it is a game. These are kids. They are trying, and try to make sure that you let them know, whatever the outcome is, that, we appreciate their efforts, and at least give them the same approach, or at least cover it just like Coach Bray did here by encouraging him and letting him know that, it's okay.